Welcome to Daily Office Devotions. I'm Reggie Kidd, and every Monday through Friday I offer devotional observations on some portion of that day's readings for morning prayer in the Book of Common Prayer. Thanks so much for joining me. This Monday's readings find us in year 2 of the daily lectionary, Proper 26. For our Old Testament reading the past 2 weeks and this week, I'm treating the Song of Songs instead of the lectionary's Ecclesiasticus, or the Wisdom of Ben Sirach. Together, I hope we are discovering, or maybe rediscovering, the wonder of this enchanting best of songs. Today's portion is Song of Songs, chapter 6, verses 1 through 13. Song of Songs. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. Song of Songs, chapter 6, verse 3. This is not the first time this phrase has come up in Song of Songs, and is seemingly an intentional evoking of the covenant relationship between Yahweh and his people. I will be your God, and you will be my people. The song explores an analogy between that relationship and the covenant bond between husband and wife. Earlier, in Song of Songs chapter 2, verse 16, the woman uses this phrase to express her joy at the arrival of her beloved, who leaped mountains and bounded hills to come to her. There, the point was to stress the couple's delight in each other. Here in chapter 6, there seem to be threats to the relationship, and the phrase clarifies the exclusive love that the man and the woman have for each other. It's as though she were saying, I am my beloved's and nobody else's, and my beloved is mine and nobody else's. It is difficult to determine just what the threats to their relationship are, but they are there. Some commentators think the chorus of women who ask about the whereabouts of the beloved are contesting the strength of the bond between lover and beloved, and are themselves trying to become competitors for his affections. Chapter 6, verse 1. The female lover responds, I'm his, and he's mine. Back off. Then the male lover, or husband, chimes in. He praises once again the loveliness of his wife and attests that though there be queens and concubines and maidens without number that could avert his eyes and heart, there is only one woman for him, the Shulamite. Song of Songs, chapter 6, verses 8 and 13. Interpreters have puzzled over the term Shulamite. I think the best explanation is that it is a feminine form of Solomon. Worthy of consideration is Jensen's suggestion. Thus, just as elsewhere, the song calls the male lover Solomon, since every male lover is a great king, so here the female lover is a female Solomon, since every female lover is a great queen. Another threat to the relationship lies in the urging of a male chorus that the Shulamite return, that we may look upon you, specifically that she dance for them, putting her femininity on display. Song of Songs, chapter 6, verse 13. The last half of verse 13 is her demurral. Why should you look upon the Shulamite, i.e. me, as upon a dance before two armies? Despite the complex imagery and the difficulty in discerning the details of the storyline of the love relationship between the man and the woman, the theological takeaway from this chapter is straightforward. God's design for love between a man and a woman is one of exclusive love, desire, and commitment, and that precisely because the love between Yahweh and Israel in the Old Testament, updated to Christ in the church in the New Testament, is one of exclusive love, desire, and commitment. Revelation. Today's reading in Revelation underscores the point that our love for the Lord is to be exclusive. So jealous is Christ for the love of his bride that Babylon, who has made all nations drink of the wine of God's wrath, must fall. Babylon seduces with deceptive charms, blasphemy, and excessive luxury. Revelation chapter 17, verses 3 through 6, and chapter 18, verses 3 through 19. Against her wiles and her persecutions, the saints must endure. Keep the commandments of God and hold fast the faith of Jesus. Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. And those who have been redeemed from the earth and who have not defiled themselves with women. Revelation chapter 14, verse 4, which I take to be not literal but metaphorical of those who resist Babylon's temptations to blasphemy and luxury. They find themselves playing harps, presumably joyfully, and singing a new song, presumably exuberantly, before the throne of God. Those who keep themselves as part of Christ's pure bride know joy and exuberance, exactly like the bride of Song of Songs. Luke. In its own way, today's reading in Luke makes a similar point. The cost to heaven's groom for winning to himself a pure bride was exorbitant. It entailed the baptism of Christ's death, and during his ministry on earth, anticipation of that baptism weighed on our fully human and fully divine Savior mightily. I have a baptism with which to be baptized, and what stress I am under until it is accomplished. Luke chapter 12, verse 50. Because his jealous love is driving him to such lengths, this one whose mission is at bottom one of peace, remember chapter 2, verse 14, he declares war on all that defiles and degrades his bride. Do you think that I have come to bring peace to the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. And his coming demands that we make a choice for his love or against it. May you and I wisely interpret the present time and, like the bride in Song of Songs, surrender all to him, all of our love, all of our desire, and all of our commitment. And may you be blessed this day.